Hello, hello, hello. This is Boeing 747 straight from Dar es Salaam to your thoughts.
By your lovely hosts, Lisa Marie.
And Clements,
Welcome to
unscripted
Unscripted
conversare.
Conversare.
Episode 2. After a week delay. We're sorry for that. That happened.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah, it's mine. But we can't call it my fault. My fault.
Entirely, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. These events happen. And yeah, we take it one day at a time, but it's okay. We're back. Hopefully we can be more consistent this time. I've received your messages, listeners. I've received them. Kwa wale you guys texted me personally saying, where's the episode? What happened and stuff like that. So yeah, I know it was difficult. So it'll be fine. No worries. It'll be fine. We're back now, right?
Yeah, we are back. Back and better.
Oh, okay.
Better than ever.
Oh, okay. Enough chit chat. Leo, Lisa, what are we talking about?
We're actually talking about the pressure after school, like after uni and stuff.
The pressure ya kutoka shule. Once you're out of school, onto the streets, and now you got to figure out your life. You go back home and your father's looking at you as like, who is this hopeless fool in my house?
Finishing up the food in my house.
Using the electricity.
For free.
Who told you this stuff was free?
We pay with our mental health.
Well, that is just a disaster. So I don't know if it's an African thing or it's just a worldwide thing. Yani sijui where to categorize it or put it as a category, but there's always this weird pressure, especially once you finish school. First, there's the pressure you inflict on yourself. As soon as you're done with uni, now kind of reality comes and hits you and tells you you've got responsibilities, you've got money to make, you've got a life to build. You can't live with your father's house for so long. You've got to marry someone. Yeah.
You've got to get married.
Mbona? Why? What's up?
Because you say you've got to marry someone, you know. But I feel women, I don't know, is it, but personally, I like to put it like, I gotta get married, but I'm not marrying someone. You get it?
Of course, you've got to get married. I got to marry someone. Yes, as a dude, yeah, it's a different context. Evil.
Yeah.
But still, like the pressure is always like mounting. So let's tuanze hapo. Lisa, how many years you've been on the street right now?
This is the third year.
Wow.
The third year, yeah.
Hey, Tatu. Dada.
Third year, I think.
I think it's what, 2.5?
You graduated after me. Your course was like 4 years, eh?
Yeah, I was for 4 years, so I've been out here for like 2.5. Yeah. So what's it looking like on your side? What's the pressure looking like?
Well, I think most of the pressure is myself.
Like, why would you say that?
You know, I'm a firstborn, so I have this feeling, this pressure, like I have to make it so that I can take care of my younger ones. I can take care of my mom, stuff like that. You get it?
Oh, I totally understand you.
I don't know, is it the way I grew up, but I really don't like being so dependent and asking for help. So I feel like most of the pressure is on me.
Wow. Okay.
Of course, parents are there.
Yeah.
My parents don't pressure me that much. But it is the people who never even contributed in the school fees. Like, what is wrong with you people?
Let's just put it in the context, auntie, uncle, wale wa babu na bibi putting pressure. Leave us alone. No, we've just arrived. We've just arrived.
I've just arrived.
Hey.
I've just arrived. And also, I feel like I don't know how to put this in context. Also, the pressure comes when you see, like, Clemens has a job, Clemens has moved out, Clemens has, you get it. Clemens has a job, Clemens has moved out, Clemens this and that. Or my other friend is getting married, people are having babies, and they're just, I'm still in my parents' house.
That is like, I think the worst is, I think in this age of Instagram, Snapchat, so everybody's stuff is out in the open. Alafu mtu amekupostia Instagram straight in your face, engaged.
You know, sometimes sometimes I feel like an adult, but then my parents treat me like I'm still a child.
Kuna hiyo nayo.
You get it?
That is the most annoying feeling of trying to get your shit together, and then yet there's someone treating you as a child and not allowing you to navigate adulthood.
In the end of the day, you become confused. Like, am I a child or an adult?
Yeah,
like,
you're right in the middle, mixed bag.
Exactly. Yeah, kwa sababu sasa hivi ukipita sehemu ukimwambia mtu shikamoo anakuangalia. You have had the transition. I had a very hard time to transition from shikamoo to habari yako.
Bana. Tusiende tambali. Mimi kwenye event changu cha last week bwana. Dada mrembo nini fresh, nikamwangalia nikasema hapana, huyu looks like she married and stuff like that. Nikamsalimia bwana.
How old are you, Clemens? You know you're old. Yeah.
Wow, usifanye hivyo. Don't do that to me, bana. Why you announcing me like this now? Anyway, so I'm out there. I pulled that line, and then later on, self-guilt inakuja baadaye. It's like, really? Yule? How? Anyways, nikaiweka tu pembeni, nikasema bwana, it happened. Funny enough, that same person ambaye nimempa shikamoo yangu, the next day akaniambia mambo.
Happens. Hey, thinking of which, leo asubuhi nimesalimiwa. Am I getting old?
Dada.
Na mdada.
3-0 inakuhusu very very soon. 3-0 una graduate from mdada to shangazi.
God forbid.
It's like 30 and there you are, madam. Supposed to be someone's wife.
Yet here I am, can't even figure out.
But then no pressure. Unajua hii kitu ya age, of course kuna biological factors that play in, lakini bwana hii 30 sijui 35 nini. Bwana, I didn't tell you bwana on the topic. Sinkapigiwa bwana children math na mzee fulani Moshi. That math where, you know, Clemens, if you marry by 35, you get a child by 36. Grade 1 to grade 7, how old are you? 43. A level, O level, a good 6-7 years. How old are you? 50. Uni, so 53, 54. Anze kutafuta kazi ya 55, 56. So I was like, what's the life expectancy of a Tanzanian? And he was like, I don't think it's even 50. So are you sure you're going to live past 50? I was like, bro,
chill.
Bro.
I just arrived.
Chill. It's only 28.
yeah, I also get that from, my relatives. They're like, you're fit to get married. Like, sometimes when I'm doing chores at home, like
Mhm.
cooking, washing, I told you today,
Mm.
I had a lot of clothes to wash today. And
Mhm.
then I thought, like, am I really ready to battle jeans na Cadex sasa hivi?
Alafu ndo kwa unaniambia
Alafu ndo people are telling you that your age is, of course, at my age, most
Mhm.
at a nanile, my grandmas, my aunties, most of them were married with kids,
Mm.
evil. So it's okay for them to think like that. But I don't, I don't know. Was life simpler then? Life is harder now, or what is it? I just don't. The math ain't mathing.
Yani I don't know, sijui kwambiaje. Okay, kuna wengine like in that generation, generation ya wazazi wetu, where they got married in their early 20s. Umeona?
Not even
Because
early 20s. Some unajua 15, 15, 14.
exactly, so early teens they got married. Sasa sisi we're in a generation where
Tumepewa kipaumbele cha shule.
of course there's school, and then mpaka umekuja kumaliza shule, and let's say a man gets his stuff together, anakimbilia 30s, and then wewe mpaka labda let's say na wewe unajitafuta tafuta shule masters nini, na wewe unakaribia 30s, and then we have biological factors hitting the door. Koko, dada, vipi, mida hii, we gotta go. So yeah, it's challenging, but then like the main question that I ask myself, does that pressure lead to many people making horrible decisions when choosing their marriage partners?
Well, umeenda mbali, but
Ni pressure
ungeishia
hiyo.
tu horrible decisions. Yes.
Niishia tu horrible decisions.
Yes.
Yaishia hapo.
Kwa sababu the topic is just the pressure after school. Any marriage imetokea tu just by the way.
Yeah, unajua it's weird kwa sababu okay, we can't say it's not really outside scope sana.
That's an issue. Lakini it's an issue. Just look at it close.
Ni
It's
issue.
an issue. I think especially for girls, ndo kuna kuwaga na ile pressure yani ya kutaka yani kuingia kwenye ndoa mapema ili uzae, you meet with the biological factors. Sijui wanasema there is risk ukizaa after 35. Sijui nini. Kwa hiyo someone wants to get married maybe at 24, 23. Tena siku hizi watoto wa 2000 ndo wanaolewa hata kabla yetu.
I think I sent you that meme.
Yeah.
Where was it the boomers?
The 80s kids.
80s kids
have their life together. The 2000 kids are getting married. And
Alafu,
then the 90s kids to wake up, we're just chilling.
We're just chilling, we're vibing. Yani maisha hatuelewi. We are floating in the middle. Hatuelewi.
Yani.
It's like I feel we need another generation to replace us as the middle generation.
Kwa kweli, kwa sababu the pressure is getting worse.
Unajua nini? The middle child curse. You remember how the middle child anasaulika? Sasa we are the middle child.
Because it's the middle children.
Hey, tushasaulika sasa hivi. Nani anakuangalia wewe shangazi?
God forbid me so shangazi mimi bado binti mbichi kabisa.
Yani ukifikiria to the point yani. I was talking to one of my cousins hapa katikati. Shout out to Sia. She was talking, akawa ananiambia there are some women around her walikuwa nasema as soon as you hit 29, 30 as a lady unaanza kupokea shikamoo.
Mbona mimi zimewahi?
Jiulize. Ask yourself.
And I'm not even that huge.
Ask yourself.
I'm not even like, huge.
Mushangas.
No.
Ask yourself. So she was saying, once you hit that 30, 27, 28, 29 mark, unaelekea 30s, and then now you stop receiving the hi, you start receiving the hello, unajua shikamo, zile greetings za kimama mama, hello madam,
mama habari yako,
mama habari yako. And kila mtu anakuangalia like mama yule. Kontena jipya lishaingia mjini. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know. Labda kwa sababu mimi sijui nisemeje, mimi shikamoo nimezizoea. Kwa sababu
usha normalize.
No, not normalize, but basically I'm like, on my father's side mimi mjukuu wa kwanza. On my mother's side wa pili ish, but first female. Wa pili watatu, yeah, but first female. So imagine all my cousins are wadogo wananisamia shikamoo.
Tuachane na ndugu. Unajua ndugu ni ndugu, of course utapokea zile shikamoo za hapa na pale ndio.
Yes.
Lakini dada ukipita mtaani ukapokea shikamoo.
Si ndio hiyo nimeishangaa leo dada yani amejaa. Hapa ananisalimia mimi. I was like, nikamwambia mambo.
Mshangazi, umefika your time.
I think it's just a myth. Unajua kuna ile kuogopa. Sometimes you get confused ukikutana na mtu umwambie mambo shikamoo, then you just blab whatever.
Actually, I'm a victim of that.
Yeah, kwa sababu we're at that age ambao kila mtu yuko confused. Yani ile transition. Sio kwamba ile transition from shikamoo to habari.
Of course, the transition is so difficult.
The transition is so difficult. And kuna acquaintance, I don't know how to say, old schoolmate, alipost on a status, bado ana struggle na kutofautisha kati ya mtu wa kumwambia shikamoo na habari yako.
No, have you ever caught yourself umekutana na mzazi wako and you're stuttering to give the shikamoo? Have you ever caught yourself in that moment?
No.
Like me, I naitwaga, but I always feel like yani kama na hesitate fulani hivi. It's like nataka kupa heshima yako, but at the same time I'm so conflicted. I know it's not healthy, like due to the conflictedness of ile
shikamoo na
habari. To this day, yani hata kikaa unakuta mtu nikimwangalia, especially with you ladies. You ladies age differently from men. Unakuta mtu mdada is around my age and she look like 30. I'm like, I smell 35. Nataka nikupe shikamoo yako.
Kwa sababu 30. You're 30, bro.
Hapana. I rebuke this energy. No. Lightning strike you. No. Girl, I am 2'8" this year. Not more, not +1, not +2, no. 2'8", tena December huko. Relax.
Sawa.
I've got time.
But then pressure ingine nice ni success.
Of course, that's the most difficult one.
That's the most difficult. I think ndo maana toka topic inaanza kwenye hii podcast to avoid huiongelea kwa sababu we might maybe melt down.
But I don't even know what to say. Yani, let's be honest, you were in school with certain people, and then you're seated there, you've just fresh out of uni, you're chilling, you're trying to see kama una apply for kazi, or you're starting a business, or whatever you're trying to do. And all of a sudden, siku hiyo you're bored, bando lako la kuiba nini, you're on Instagram. On Instagram, you're scrolling through, and here comes Hadija. Hadija is in Dubai, work meeting. Francis is in Spain, working and living in Spain. Me, Aga, I'm at home, living with my parents. Living with my parents, so I have no 2 cents of where I am going until this moment. And yet people are out here on social media. Ananiambia moving to his second job. Me, I have not found fast.
Bro.
But you know what? But then that's where you gotta realize that the pressure, whether it's real or not, everyone has their life processed at their own pace.
Yeah, everyone has their own story, and destinies are different. Your destiny is not my destiny.
That's
That
true.
person's destiny is not the other person's destiny. Kwa sababu God plans accordingly. Unaweza ukawa unang'ang'aniza kupata job sahi. Kumbe, you're going to end up in a horrible job while God is preparing you for the greener pastures.
Of course,
that might not always be the case, but I'm just giving an example that destinies are different. What you are meant to be, sio kile ambacho mimi am meant to be. I think that's what I have come at peace with that, though that's something keeps me moving. I just wake up and be grateful because I know whatever I have now, whatever accomplishments I have now, someone out there is at least praying to have even a little of what you have. That's why you need to be grateful.
Which is really, really, actually, that's a really good perspective and a very good way to look at it. But as much as we look at it that way, and I think that's the best way to look at it, tuangalie hawa ndugu zetu ambao like shaming people of the same like age group due to kwa sababu hawajafika a certain level of success.
That's just being immature and lack of exposure.
Yani, I don't know why kuna kile kikundi cha watu funnily hicho kikundi cha watu wenyewe hawana chochote. I'm sorry, this is going to be a rant, lakini wadada, this goes to you.
Ona nisema niko hapa
we mwanangu, kwa nini sikwambie? Wale ambao mnajikutaga, you know, wanaume wenzako sasa hivi wapo hapa, unamwona Francis sasa hivi ana gari. Chill dada, tafika huko, I'm probably like 10 times more than that guy if my stars align. Lakini wewe sio kwa ni pressure shame hapa chap hapa just because jamaa kafanikiwa in 2 weeks. Kama jamaa drug dealer utajuaje?
And we should understand tumetoka familia tofauti. Some people have generational wealth. Some of us, some people have generational wealth. While others, hata wao kusoma kufika hiyo chuo, wame break generational curse.
Facts.
So, people have different stories. So, kila mtu ana story yake na jinsi ya kuiandika na inakuwa tofauti. So, hatuwezi tukafanana. Haya, wote tukiwa na biashara, nani ataajiriwa?
Actually, that's the good cycle.
Yeah.
Ile ya kwamba kuna consumer,
kuna hii pressure yani ya ku-own business. Kila mtu anataka kuwa business owner, kuwa self-employed, and there is this thing ya business owners kufanya kama ambao wanaokuwa employed, they're wasting their time. That's not the case. Unajua there are some people enjoy their corporate jobs.
Lakini wewe ni business owner though.
I'm talking from a neutral point of view of what I see. Unanijua mimi when it comes to facts, I spit facts.
I see.
Yeah, and I stay in the neutral. Mimi kitu kama ni kweli hivi nakipenda, nitasema nakipenda. Kama kitu sikipendi, nitasema. Kwa hiyo, some people actually enjoy their 9 to 5.
That's true. Some people actually do enjoy their 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And they're actually comfortable. Because like, I've met a couple of people. I'm going to be honest. I've been the type of people ambao like, I would motivate people into getting into business and stuff like that. Which is wrong. When you let someone navigate their world on their own.
Kuna wengine hawawezi biashara. It's not their thing at all.
Maybe nilikuwa najaribu kuwa sign up to mental health disaster program because that's a business. Business is mental health disaster program.
Kwa sababu there are some people who cannot do business at all.
That's true. Alafu, don't lie to yourself. Kuna watu mnajijua, I can't keep the consistency. I can't be patient enough to watch a business grow. Just go get a corporate job. Ni ukweli tu, just, it's not hating or anything.
Yeah, kwa sababu business is not for everyone. Ndo ile tunakuwa kuna some Instagram businesses hawaandiki bei, hawafanya nini, they are doing all the weird shit. You just know business is not for you.
You've been on a rant. I've seen it on your socials. You've been on a rant. This is now like 4 days now.
I've been on, kwa sababu you can't be a sane person, a sane businessman. Una post hapo bidhaa, unaipromote, ujaandika bei. Business is not for you. You should get a 9 to 5. So lazima.
No, okay. I will give exceptions if you're like the super big brands like Lamborghini and everything.
Exactly, but
of course, small business jamani, unauza blouse, utuandiki t-shirt yako unauza 10,000 bro. Yani
wewe kama unataka kufanya biashara sema ukae pembeni.
No, seriously, because it's annoying. Mimi katika statement ambazo sizipendi kwenye accounts nyingi, the Tanzanian accounts especially, right, business accounts, you go
DM
there
for price.
DM for price.
DM for price.
Thank you very much. So in DM for price, okay, fine, I will DM you, and then yet basi you respond.
Nijibu, answer me on time. Okay, of course inaweza isiwe on time because sisi ni binadamu, we have a lot of things going on in a day. But at least answer me.
No, but here's the funny thing. We live in an age where technology is so advanced. We have automated responses these days. Sasa, I'm not saying automated response itakujibia text nzima, but hile, welcome to our store, blah, 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 blah. It makes
we'll be with you
in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
That is the easiest text to set up. Alafu mtu anabaki anakuacha hanging. Sasa, okay, bora mtu akuache hanging for 10, 20 minutes. You understand they're busy. No, that person answers that DMs 2 days later. I'm like, I'm not interested in your product anymore 2 days later. And then people say, oh, there's witchcraft. People are not like, there are people hounding on my business. No, the witch is you. The witch is you alone. And you don't even start pointing fingers at anybody.
No. We are starting to talk about business instead of...
No, it's tumeenda mbali.
Tumeenda mbali sana. But anyways,
we just finished this topic, right there. Correct yourself. Correct yourself. Back to what we were saying. Anyway, so apart from the pressures of business and
there is a pressure. Ya wazazi, not wazazi entirely. Okay, can be wazazi or other people. The pressure sasa ya kuforce someone unaona kabisa yuko passionate about business and probably good at it. You want him or her to get a 9 to 5.
Let's not talk about that. Here,
no, we have to talk about that.
I'm not saying when discussing like that is, I swear that's the weirdest thing ever. Like, okay, achana na hiyo tu kwamba kumpresha mtu kwa 95. Someone's maybe in business tayari and they are not that successful, but success has already started showing, and yet there you are in there. Yeah, you should get a 9 to 5.
Business is already stressful.
You should get a 9 to 5. Just to, okay, I don't speak for all people who do business. Mimi on a personal term, I struggle with authority. I just struggle with authority. Ile kwamba someone is telling me do this, do that, do this, do that. Deadlines and everything. It is so difficult for me. So difficult for me. Of course, yes, I work with clients. Na vitu kama hivyo, there are deadlines, but I feel like those are on my own terms and my own agreeing. rather than someone's pressing a deadline on me, ya argument yake na mtu mwingine, which is so weird for me. Well, that's like my personal reason. I struggle with authority so much. And I'm that person ambaye I kind of like calling out BS when I see it. And that wouldn't work out in corporate. Kabisa wouldn't work out in corporate at all.
There is also
Why are you laughing?
okay. There is also this thing. People don't know mtu ameanzia wapi, where someone has started. Maybe they have just known the business when it's at its prime moment.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just assume because you're having a good life as a young person, you're probably doing something illegal, and they start hating on you.
Jamani,
Nani aliwaroga wa Tanzania?
I was looking for the words to put to this statement. I was like, I'm just flabbergasted at this moment. The following statements have stuck out. If you live in a Tanzanian community, you've probably heard this. 1, their parents are rich. That's why they're successful.
Yeah, you tell your parents to work hard then.
2, this person is probably doing something illegal. They're selling drugs or anything.
That's much better. You know what? I've encountered this with like 2, 3 of my friends. Not friends entirely, but one in particular is I can call him a friend. So, and sio wao peke yao ambao wamesemewa hivyo. And their guys wameonekana they're successful in whatever they do. Then someone comes say, he's gay.
Sorry, what?
I don't know. He's gay. He's
Oh my God.
going out. He's sleeping with important men. Like, get a job.
Kwanza, wait.
How did you know?
Yes, that's the question. Baka, you got the time to actually follow my life that I am gay and I sleep with important people to get money. Bro, what were you doing?
What were you doing?
Yani, bro, you need to get a life. Get a life.
I'm trying not to speak.
Hey. I see. Okay,
I'm trying not to speak some, you know.
Anyways, back to easy pressures, right? I think another category of pressure there. I got married. You should also get married pressure.
That's much better. The pressure of being single mothers. That's a better pressure. I think there is this pressure, not to be rude, but I'm just saying there is this. Some people, not all people, are single mothers by choice. You get it? Some people it just happened, or maybe it was. I cannot say it was an accident. You planned the thing.
Accident wakati ujipeka mwenyewe.
Okay, maybe, maybe you just. Oh my God, why am I even thinking of that?
Unajua other accidents.
No, you slept with the person, got pregnant, you never liked the person. So you just have to keep...
That's what I'm seeing you. Why were you there in the first place?
I don't know.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No, because you're asking me as if I'm the person who... Okay.
My bad.
Leave that category alone. But there is this pressure. Women in business, not all of them. Women in business, I can make my own money. I can do quite a thing or two. You get it? Now I want a man to give me a baby.
That's actually a thing.
It is a thing. You'll be surprised.
Yani,
And I'm
Can I
not
get a
saying
glass of water?
all of them. I'm not saying all of them that's the case.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's not the case for everyone. But I'm just saying there are people who think like that. But I want you to realize that no matter the case, that child will need a father one day. And you're putting your child into traumas.
Of course, hiyo ni topic ya siku nyingine of where that goes and where that spirals down to. But then I don't think it's right, umeona, especially during hichi kipindi where we're all trying to figure out our lives per se, and wewe unataka ku force or imprint your lifestyle on other people. I feel like that's the wrong way to go about it, kwa sababu kuna watu wengine ambao amekaa pale, let's say yeye idolize single motherhood, mone, and they have a friend who kind of wants to get married and everything, lakini when they hang out, yule ambaye anapenda single motherhood anampia pressure mwenzake, is like, these
Just get a
men are not
baby.
good, just get a baby.
Yeah.
Basi hivo. And I'm like, we all trying to figure out our lives here, and our beliefs might not be the same.
Yeah, don't bring God's creature to suffer in this world.
Kwa hiyo yani, just stick to your lane, I stick to mine. Tufanye vitu ambavyo tunaona sisi ni appropriate. Of course kuna taboo stuff. Let's not talk about the taboos, lakini hapana, this pressure ya kwamba you've got to live life 1 2 3 due to this script. Kuna vitu vingine ndio.
The pressure to get married to, yani, kwanza ujiangalia, are you even marriage material or you're just getting pressured?
Dada. Hiyo swali tukiuliza watu wengi.
That's why unakuta some marriages just 1 year, 2 years, yani wedding ilikuwa kabambe. After 1 year, 2 years, it's nowhere to be found.
Lisa, I'll tell you something. Hata leo kasema we put a poll under this episode and say who is marriage material and who is not. Trust me, we are getting 0 people who think they're not marriage material. But in reality, katika watu walio vote that they're marriage material, we have some people that are not.
Of course. And I think it was Apostle Joshua Selman, or yeah, kuna sermons wanasikizaga TikTok. And that pastor said no, it was actually a pastor in church. Alisema some people are not meant to get married or marry someone, and that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kwa hiyo tunaika wapi ile what's this study of Biblia ule unasema mkazaliane duniani?
It's okay. Za mkaongezeke sawa. Lakini there's some people ukiangalia character zao,
kumbe ni personality problem.
Yes.
Deal with your stuff. Yeah?
And unajua tabia ni ngozi, it's hard to get rid of.
But yeah, as I think tuliongea like in the last episode, who are your friends? Me, I feel like watu wengi sana,
watu wenye tabia mbaya huwa wanakuaga na marafiki ambao they can manipulate them and they cannot call them out.
Kuna hilo au kuna wale wenye sio kumanipulate, ni make me feel good friends.
Yes.
Wale they are not going to call you out on anything, they're just going to praise you, make you look good all the time. You have no friends ambaye atakwambia blaza pale umezingua. Na. You can't do that. People have very people hawana marafiki kama hao kabisa, a person, and as soon as that type of person comes into your life, akianza kuambia, unaanza kumuona ajabu, you want to push them away, make them look weird, make them look like the bad guy in your life, wanakufuatia maisha yako, kumbe all they want is like the best for you. Kwa hiyo anyways, kwa hiyo sijui I don't know. Watu wananifurahishaga sana.
Kumbe hii pressure inaleta vitu vingi sana. I never imagined that the conversation would be this wide.
But yeah, pressure brings a lot of stuff, especially yani, ukitoka tu shule, right? You are exposed to a plethora of stuff that
I
you're
think
supposed to
the
deal
moment
with.
umeingia chuo,
Achana, okay,
the
ukiingia
moment
chuo,
unaingia chuo kuna behave, you start to know yourself sasa, kwa sababu probably sisi watoto wa geti kali okay, not in
hey, okay, yes.
geti kali umeelewa, probably tulikuwa tunajua tuko hivi, kumbe tulikuwa tu tumefungiwa kwenye mageti, hatujijui vizuri. Pale unapoanza kuingia chuo, you get that nanilio freedom. That's where people pick up new behavior, or they show who they really are. I mean, who they really are. So mpaka kuja huku to the streets, ile behavior sasa, yani after a 3-4 years 5 years of life lessons ambazo you have gone through, ndo utaamua wengine wataendelea, wengine wataamua kubadilika.
I say, yani bana. Let's just break down ukitoka tu chuo what you face like straight out of the door. Pressure number 1, am I going to make it in life? Pressure number 2, am I going to be in a stable, happy marriage? Pressure number 3, am I going to get a job or start a business? Hapo you're confused because like everybody huku nasikia start a business, huku get a job. Everybody is right.
And the internet itakupa content nyingi jamani, mpaka utakuwa confused.
Yeah, especially if you spend a lot of time on social media.
Kwa hiyo when you want to unpack and discover your life, get something else to do, so social media. Social media will just give you more pressure. Get a journal. You can start journaling your thoughts, evil. Because I believe everyone ana kitu ambacho ameitiwa hapa duniani.
That's true. Everybody has a purpose.
Everyone has a purpose. And if you haven't figured out your purpose, that's when you have to sit and reflect. Ujue your purpose is what. That once a journaling maybe evil.
And just in context, purpose yako sio lazima iwe great to create something or to do something big. Your purpose can be as easy as supporting someone to get somewhere.
Yes. Maybe your purpose is maybe labda wewe unapenda kuongea. You can become a public speaker.
Of course.
But yani purpose sio kazi, but itakufanya
like it will direct you in what direction you should go to.
What direction you should go. But still, not every purpose has a job out of it. But it will just direct you to what direction you should go.
In an African context, Cindy, what do you think is the most difficult thing to overcome as an African child? As soon as unafika uni, now you've got to overcome this hurdle ili maisha yako yaende.
Fear.
That is such a good answer. Fearing your parents.
Yeah.
Fearing the world.
Yani tumeumbwa, yani like we have been brought up to fear.
It's true. We've been brought up to fear so much that you've got your ideas, you've got your perception of how you view the world and how you navigate it.
But yani lakini ukipeleka hiyo idea utakavofukuzwa bado.
Of course. But then now that's where you try and overcome that fear and see how to navigate. I think one of the limitations in an African child's mind, especially Generation Z to easy, the parents' curse.
Bro. It all comes down to fear. Unawaza yani, what if I don't make my parents happy?
No. Achana tu na what did my parents happy. You're in that moment. You believe in yourself that this thing that I'm going to do is going to be good. But then you hear that specific set of line from your parents. You don't listen to us. You know, if we curse you, you will never be successful. Hey, I'm pretty sure 8 out of 10 of African children have heard that statement. They've heard that statement, yeah. But then I'm always questioning, if you're my parents and you want me to succeed, it doesn't matter where I succeed. It just matters that I succeed.
And I think African parents have that thing, yeah, kutaka watoto wao waende in a certain path that they believe in or that they also went through.
Exactly.
But you don't realize kwamba maybe your child might be breaking one of your generational curses without you knowing. Kwa mfano, your generation mmekuwa labda employed, umeelewa? All that time. Utajiri wenu kikomo ni milioni kadhaa. You never know when that kid is going to like break the generational kuna some sort of limitations in African households. And I think among the thing ambayo generation yetu Mungu ametubariki kwa kiasi chake, ni hatutaki kwa like our parents want better. We are all about breaking the generational curses and stuff.
Okay, I'm not a hater or anything. That's subjective. Very subjective.
It's subjective, but nimeangalia sijui nikwambiaje.
Bujiangalia mwenyewe.
Sio mwenyewe. I'm not even talking about myself. Hey, mimi. No.
No, I'm saying what I'm saying is subjective.
I'm talking about every person. Like mimi, I'm always gonna cheer at the person akiwa anafanya kitu kizuri, ndio. And there are reasons add up. Kumbe huyu alikuwa anataka kufika malengo fulani. You get it? Yeah. Wengine they are surpass. Wengine ni kama tu they are continuing with the generational wealth. Kwamba wote sisi ni wafanyabiashara, wote tumefanya kazi kwenye sekta fulani, wote tumekuwa hivi. You get it? They just proceed with that culture.
Kufanya kazi kwenye sekta fulani sio generational wealth.
It's so generational wealth. I'm just saying so
umerithi tu mikoba.
Umerithi kwamba babako alishi kufanya serikalini na wewe utaenda utafanya serikalini. Umeelewa?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nepotism as its finest.
So wote wengine inatokea tu,
Of course. Wengine sawa inatokea lakini.
But yeah, wengine sasa ndo unakuta yule especially this street iko kwa firstborn sana. Anataka piga huwa garagaza. Nataka nifike sehemu fulani hivi. I don't know. Nilisikia this TikTok video kwamba TikTok video kwamba some especially men narcissistic men make most successful people kwa sababu they want something to brag about, they're all they always like proving a point. You get it?
So it's not even narcissistic men. I think if you are a man with enough level of testosterone, umeelewa? Yes, I'm saying that and I put it exactly how I put it. If you are a man with enough level of testosterone, you kind of go out there with the need to conquer. Every man has a need to conquer. What we conquer differs quite a bit. Kuna maana kuna wazee wa kukonka wadada, that they've made that their life goal. Wanakonka wadada. There's wale wa kukonka kufanya tafuta achievements ofisini, na kuna wale wa kukonka growing big businesses and stuff like that. So every man has an urge to conquer. Nature puts that. Sasa ukimkuta, I was saying level of testosterone in maisha, the lower your level of testosterone, the lower your goals. It's not scientifically proven. Same can quote evil, but it's kind of like evil. Men who exude of course kuna ile over exertions of manhood ambayo I don't even think it's testosterone thing. That's more of an insecurity thing that you have to prove that you're a man. I find it really, really weird. Lakini mwisho wa siku nature just dictates kwamba man is a conqueror, and we have to go out there and look for resources nini. So you have to go out there and leave a mark, and that's why for men our children are so important, because that's legacy. That's who we leave to the world, especially if we have a son, because that huyo ndo anabeba jina langu analipeleka to the next generation. So that's why I never thought I'd come to this point of the topic, but yeah, crossed my mind. So that's why hamna hasira mwanaume anayepata kama the day akifind out his son is not his son. That is the worst feeling on earth, kumlea mwanaume mwenzako. Wah! Unamlea another man's protege.
I really like it when you give me man's point of view.
Unamlea another man's protege. Not yours. No, another man's protege. And that is the most difficult thing. Sijui labda uhazeo waliopita huko mbele waniambie, lakini as my father's perspective, another man's protege is nothing that you want to have. No, can't have it. Well, it's just like, it's like a man's ego to go out and conquer. But anyways, back to what we were saying. Yani, naturally, sijui kwa nini, yani, as you finish school, you feel like the world is collapsing.
Yani,
you don't know which branch to hang off from. Every branch seems slippery. Yani, you don't know where to put your hands. But I'm going to tell you out and out, it's yeah, you probably heard this statement before, like, it's going to be okay.
Is it though?
I knew that was the response that was going to come out of your mouth. It's going to be okay, kwa sababu,
yeah.
Let's gauge, Lisa. Ulipotoka uvomaliza chuo where A didn't look like A, or B didn't look like B, 1 + 1 didn't look like 2, and where you are right now.
That's the same thing nasema. That's why we need to be grateful. Kwa sababu, I remember, I think this year, January, I was talking to one of my friends. Nikawa na complain. Yeah, nikawa namwambia hivyo, sijui nini, things are not good, blah 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 blah. Akaniambia, I understand, but unataka nikuonea huruma? No, siwezi nikakuonea huruma.
Wow, that's a friend you need.
Yeah, siwezi kukuonea huruma, but all I need to tell you is, unakumbuka mwaka jana ulikuwaje?
Facts.
And look at yourself this year. Everything will fall in place in its time.
Ni kweli. Like, everything, of course, sitaweka mindset in your mind ya kwamba everything will fall in place, ukabwetika kwa ukategemea things will fall in place.
Kwa sababu hata nanili, even, oh my God, must I quote the Bible?
It's good.
Anyway, that's who I am anyways.
It's true.
Kwa hiyo, like, pastor huwa anatuambia, mkija kanisani, sijui, the Bible instructs us kutoa tithe, ile fungu la 10. So that, yani, unapompa Mungu, God adds up wealth kwako. Umeelewa?
Okay.
Yeah. So, basically, but that doesn't mean kwamba uache kufanya kazi just because labda au ile umeenda kanisani umeambiwa sijui receive sijui nini financial breakthrough. I receive, umeenda kukaa. Hiyo financial breakthrough inatokea wapi na ufanyi kazi?
That is exactly what I was saying.
You need to have something to do so that all the blessings that God anazitoa ziweze kumanifest in your life. You
True.
can't just wait on blessings and you have nothing to do.
Ndugu zangu wale.
Even God blessed Jacob with wealth kwa sababu alikuwa anafanya kazi, alikuwa anafuga, alikuwa analima, anafanya nini. Pale God blesses the works of your hands. Doesn't bless yani just evil. Unaweza ukasema huyu nanili, yani that's why ile naonaga tu ile hating on rich people is weird, is wild.
Alafu sijui ni kwa it's weird. Nilikuwa like I was on a boat. I was having a conversation with the boat driver. I never do that, but this one was interesting.
I have conversation with my bodabodas all the time. They have the most interesting conversations, and you begin to view life in a lot of perspectives. So I usually like to chat them up.
Okay, that's interesting. No, mimi sio kwamba sinaga conversations na wao sana. It's just it depends on the topic. It depends on the topic they're bringing forward. Sometimes, of course, topic nikisikiliza and I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested in this. Anyways, so tuko napiga story and we were talking about the Tanzanian's perspective of wealth. I don't know, it's a societal thing, upbringing thing. It's a weird place where we're at sometimes. Mtu anamshame mtu for having generational wealth.
Exactly. That's the thing that I'm talking about.
And then we idolize the struggle up until the struggle turns into success. If you get what I'm saying. Yani ni hivi. Let's say Lisa, wewe unahangaika sasa hivi ya maisha, si ndio? Watu wanakuidolize, oh, Lisa is the hustler. But as soon as Lisa, you hit success, everybody turns around and says, Freemason, sleeping with a man.
Nilipokuwa napanda daladala na nilikuwa muone.
Walikuwa naona, but now everybody's pretending that you did some voodoo stuff.
See, that's why walikuwa na interview this lady. Mwenye kitambaa cheupe. Akasema watu wanasema ni Freemason. Akasema kama ni rais na nyewe fanyeni simkaingie.
It's true. It's weird.
Even if they're into that, it's not easy still. Everything is a struggle. That's why you can't do it. That's why you are there.
Yani, mtu anaangalia the surface level stuff. As I always say, the congratulations is bigger than the support. Kwamba unapofika, unakuwa congratulated sawa umefika. And then once you stay there for a while, everybody wants you to come down here again.
Exactly. I have this thing kwamba colleagues, especially people you went to school with, au ambao mnajuana from the same town.
Acquaintances.
Yes, acquaintances. Wanakuwekea kipimo fulani hivi. Ukiexceed kile kipimo, they start hating on you.
My God. Yani, so true. Like, watu wanakuwekea limit to success. Ukivuka kiwango fulani, now you're the bad guy, unaringa, or you find yourself in another class.
So kwamba naringa. Nilivyokuwa na struggle, you never supported me. Now that I've made it, you want to look like you know me. Hata binadamu wa kawaida, hata ingekuwa wewe ambao ndo wewe unalalamika, just be realistic. Mtu hajai kukusupport. Umeelewa? Sasa hivi ume make it, anataka kufanya kama anakujua.
Au kuna wale wa kuminimize success yako.
Yani yule si wakishua yule.
Yo, hata kama wakishua.
Even mnajua the process ya kupata hela from an African parent, hata kama ndo wakishua.
No, achana na kuwa na African parent sawa ambaye kuna wazazi watakupa hela, yes. People just don't know the stress of actually running a business that you expect to be successful for the next 10, 20 years. That is a different ball game for wewe unayopiga mahesabu ya kuwa na success ya mwezi mmoja. Kwa sababu the person that's doing the projection for the next 10, 20 years, needs to know the math ya kwamba okay, this year we made profit kiasi fulani, next year we need to increase that number. For me to increase that number lazima ni increase labda stock kwa kiasi fulani or production kwa kiasi fulani. For that to happen, I need to take X amount of my profit or all of it to put back into the business. That means I get nothing for the first year of my business, and that's what people can't accept, that you get nothing. So mtu akianza kumwona mtu ambaye amebuild business yake, let's say for 2-3 years, imefikia sehemu where now that business supports their lifestyle, mnaanza kuhate, or this person mzazi wake alimsupport to start the business, that's why the business is successful, nullifying the amount of work that person put into that business for that business to be there.
Exactly, because we have seen people ambao wamepewa hela na wazazi wao na business zikafa. So you appreciate the struggle anyhow. Kwa sababu the struggle of keeping a business successful is not joke.
The stress ya kuto kulala usiku. Lisa, you've been there.
Na kulia.
Kuto kulala usiku, thinking whether tomorrow's lunch is going to work out or not, and whether you are going to actually be successful in selling your product kesho. Out the days where you actually wake up and have no sales for that specific day.
Sometimes weeks. A week.
Experience inaongea hapa weeks. So yeah, so in perspective, hivi vitu bwana, I think sijui nisemaje, just stop hating on people, right? Especially when they're willing to do something you are not willing to do.
Should I clap my hands?
Yani, that's where most people actually don't understand. Kitu ambacho mimi am willing to do, where you're not willing to do, stop hating on me for doing that.
Exactly. It's not easy.
Kwa mfano kuna wale watu wanapenda the idea of having a business but don't want the hustle of running it. Ilo. Asa nye, you're the type of people that will go out there and shame people for their successful business. Ujue yule bwana wake anamsupport.
Sasa ulitaka asimsupport jamani. After all you said, bwana wake ni wako.
Exactly. So chill, relax, focus on your life, stick on your lane.
And by the way, no matter how big you are in business, you always need support ya watu.
True.
That's the thing you don't know. Hata uwe na biashara kubwa kiasi gani, at some point you need support. Ndio maana ambao wana mabiashara kubwa, hawa watu wakubwa, biashara zao zinaendeshwa na mikopo ya benki. You need support at some point.
Achana mikopo ya benki. The amount of networks that you have to build to have a successful business is not easy.
It's not easy.
Because you got to know the right people. Ili upate, let's say, a cheap supplier wa kitu fulani. And then you've got to know the right people who can link you up to potential customers. You've got to know the right people who are going to help you market your product. You've got to have the right team that are going to do the day-to-day operations apart from you who oversees everything. Still got a lot to build on. And yet watu wanachukulia so easy mtu akifanikiwa, because like building a team tu ni headache. Mfano tu mzuri, kuna watu wengi sana biashara zao zipo Kariakoo wapi wanaibiwa almost every single month. Mtu anaibiwa, and shows how much it is difficult mtu kujenga biashara ambaye watu wake are faithful and loyal. They don't steal a single cent, yet they still feel appreciated. Because that also comes down to your character as an owner. Lakini hii ni mada ya siku nyingine. Let's just tufunge kwa hapo, because like
tumeenda kwingine.
I think we should have a specific topic to talk about how hard it is to actually start a business. And yes, so people can stop hii theme ya kwamba wafanyabiashara have it easy, or kuna wale wanabebwa na generational wealth.
Au as long as una biashara it's easy for you. Trust me, bora 9 to 5 at some point. Kuliko stress ya biashara.
No, that's the truth. Na hata wale wa generational wealth, I'm going to drop something like even people of generational wealth. The only thing that people don't see in generational wealth, yes, anaingia pale and anakuwa successful, anapata hela ndio, but the biggest question mark when you receive generational wealth is, do you pass it on to the next generation or kill it? Swali linakuja hapo. Mtihani unapokuja kwamba now the stress that these people go through to actually carry that business to the next generation. So now they've got to operate this business for their lifetime until ampasie mtoto wake. Sasa hapo, that challenge of running it, if you think that's easy, tutakutana. But for today, tuishie hapo. And catch us kama kawaida on our socials, Instagram, Tikiti Talk. Najua this week we didn't post on TikTok. We're very sorry for that. Mitambo ilisumbua. Mitambo kwa msemo wa Kitanzania. Mitambo ilisumbua. But sorry, we will be more consistent for that. But Spotify, YouTube, nimelisp tena again. I need to get a hang of that.
On Spotify and YouTube, and of course Instagram at Unscripted Conversare.
Conversare, huh?
Yeah.
Conversare, like Italian. All right, people.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.